Ladies and gentlemen, success is not something that comes easily, nor is it something that is handed to you. It's earned. Every day, every hour, every minute, success is a result of the choices you make and the sacrifices you are willing to endure. Let me make this clear: success is a battlefield. It's not a matter of if it's going to hurt, it's a matter of how much you're willing to endure for the rewards that lie on the other side. If you're sitting there waiting for success to magically appear, you're fooling yourself. The truth is, success is not for the faint-hearted. It's for those who are willing to make the tough decisions, to put in the long hours, and to endure the kind of pain that most people can't even imagine. But here's the thing: you've got to want it more than anything. You've got to believe that you deserve it and that you're willing to pay whatever price it takes. There is no room for entitlement here. The moment you think you deserve success without the sweat, the sacrifice, and the blood, you've already lost. Sacrifice is the hidden price of achievement. People love to talk about success, but few are willing to acknowledge the sacrifices that come with it. Sacrifice isn't just about working long hours, it's about giving up your comfort, your time with loved ones, your security. It's about making decisions that will hurt in the short term, but pay off in the long run. You can't have it all. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to let go of certain things, habits, people, ideas, and distractions that are holding you back. And this isn't about being selfish, it's about being self-disciplined. You're sacrificing not for the sake of others, but for the future version of yourself, the person you can become if you stick with it. But it's not just about sacrifice, it's about tough love. You must be your own toughest critic. You've got to look in the mirror and tell yourself the hard truths. You've got to refuse to indulge in mediocrity, even when everything inside you is screaming for a break, for comfort, for an excuse. Tough love is the backbone of real progress. It's about doing what you don't want to do in the moment to get to where you want to be. If you're not holding yourself accountable, if you're not demanding excellence from yourself every day, then you're wasting your time. You've got to stop being kind to yourself at the expense of your potential. Success doesn't come to those who are comfortable with who they are right now. It comes to those who are willing to tear down their current version and rebuild it better than before. Now let's talk about the hard choices. Success requires that you make difficult decisions that might not be popular, but are necessary. Cutting off toxic people, eliminating distractions, saying no to things that feel good in the moment, but will sabotage your future. Successful people are not afraid of making hard decisions because they know that every choice is a step forward or a step backward. Your decisions today determine your success tomorrow. When you face those hard choices, the answer isn't always clear and the path isn't always easy. But you know deep down that if you make the right call, it will pay off. Make no mistake, those tough calls are what will set you apart. Finally, you have to embrace the grind. Success isn't an event, it's a process. It's a grind that doesn't end until you're standing on top. And let me be clear, this grind is not glamorous. There's nothing sexy about it. It's the 5 a.m. wake-ups, the sleepless nights, the constant pursuit of better. It's not about working hard for a few weeks and then resting. It's about working hard day in and day out. No matter how you feel, no matter how tired, no matter how discouraged. The grind doesn't care about your feelings. The grind doesn't care about your comfort. The grind only cares about one thing: results. And if you're not willing to put in that grind, then don't expect results. You see, there's no shortcut to success. There's no hack, no magic pill, no easy route. Success is a war, and only those who are willing to fight relentlessly, sacrifice endlessly, and make the tough decisions will win. So if you're ready to stop making excuses, stop seeking comfort, and stop avoiding tough love, then it's time to get serious. Success is waiting for you. But you have to be willing to sacrifice, face the hard choices, embrace the grind, and do what others won't. Because that's what separates the winners from the losers. The winners are the ones who say, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Are you one of them? Success is not what most people think it is. Too many of us have been conditioned to believe that success is a destination, that it's a single moment in time when everything aligns perfectly. You've been told that success is a medal you wear, a trophy you display, a mountaintop you climb, and then you simply rest. But this view is shallow, misguided, and ultimately it leads to disappointment. Success isn't something that just happens to you. It's something that you create step by step with every decision you make. It's the result of relentless effort, calculated choices, and an unyielding commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. When we talk about the true nature of success, we need to understand that it's about far more than external recognition or fleeting pleasures. True success is rooted in consistency, discipline, and purpose. It's about taking ownership of your life, knowing exactly what you want, and then relentlessly pursuing it, even when the world tells you to slow down, even when people tell you to stop. Success is an internal game before it ever becomes external. It's the mastery of your thoughts, your habits, and your actions. It's about pushing yourself every day to be better than you were yesterday. It's about refusing to accept mediocrity, not just in your actions, but in your thoughts and attitudes. Success starts with a belief in yourself, a belief that you have what it takes to not just survive in this world, but to thrive, to conquer, and to build something that matters. So many people fail to realize this true success is not about achieving things for the sake of recognition. It's about the personal growth and transformation that comes with the journey. The process of success demands that you step outside your comfort zone, that you put in the work when no one's watching, and that you maintain a standard of excellence even when it seems like no one cares. It's about who you become in the pursuit of your goals, not just the achievement of those goals. You see, success isn't something you can measure with a paycheck or a trophy. It's measured by the strength of your character, the integrity with which you live your life, and the impact you have on others. It's also important to understand that the road to success is not a straight path. It's filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. It's in these moments that your true nature will be revealed. Will you quit or will you push through? Success is defined not by how many times you win, but by how many times you get back up after you fall. It's the courage to start over when everything you've worked for seems to collapse. It's the ability to learn from failure, to take the lessons and use them to propel yourself forward. The true nature of success isn't in avoiding failure, but in embracing it as part of the journey. When you can learn to view challenges, opportunities for growth, you are already on the path to true success. The final piece of the puzzle is understanding that success is not meant for the weak. It's not meant for those who are afraid to fail or those who seek comfort over progress. Success is for those who are willing to endure, those who understand that greatness isn't given. It's earned through sacrifice, hard work, and discipline. When you embrace this, you realize that success is not just a personal victory, it's a victory for your family, your community, and everyone you touch. It's about leaving a legacy, not just of material wealth, but of the values, wisdom, and strength you pass on to others. True success is the ability to live life on your own terms, to define your own path, and to pursue your dreams with passion and purpose. It's knowing that every day you have the chance to make a difference, not just in your own life, but in the lives of others. And that, my friends, is the true nature of success. It's not a destination. It's a way of being, of living, of constantly striving to be more, do more, and give more. When you understand this, you stop chasing success. You start living it every single day. Success is often portrayed as a glamorous destination, something that we all wish to attain. We look at successful people, admire their wealth, their influence, their achievements, and we dream of having that for ourselves. But what many fail to see, what isn't so obvious, is the price that must be paid to achieve greatness. The truth is, Success comes at a cost that often goes unseen. Sacrifice is that hidden price, and it is the price that every successful person has had to pay to get to where they are. Sacrifice isn't just about giving up something small or trivial. It's not merely about missing a few parties or taking fewer vacations. True sacrifice goes much deeper than that. It requires you to let go of what's familiar, comfortable, and easy to reach for something greater, something that is not yet yours but is within your grasp if you are willing to do what it takes. Sacrifice demands that you give up your time, your comfort, your peace of mind, and sometimes even relationships, all in the pursuit of your higher purpose and goals. You have to understand that the road to success is not paved with shortcuts or immediate rewards. In fact, the very definition of success is built upon sacrifice, time invested, energy spent, and focus sharpened. It means saying no to instant gratification in favor of long-term gain. It means choosing the difficult path of discipline and hard work, even when you could easily choose a path of ease and comfort. Most people don't want to make those sacrifices. They don't want to give up their weekends, their sleep, or their social life. But the ones who make the decision to sacrifice for what they want will be the ones who rise above the rest. Consider for a moment the idea of time. Time is a resource we all have in limited supply, yet it's also one of the easiest things to take for granted. If you are serious about your goals, about your dream, you'll need to make the hard decision to sacrifice your time. Sacrificing time means choosing to work when others rest, choosing to focus on your goals when the world around you is distracted by the mundane. It's about investing in yourself and your future, knowing that each hour you dedicate to your success will compound and pay off over time. The moments you spend working on your dreams are moments you cannot get back. And the willingness to make this sacrifice sets you apart from those who choose comfort over action. Sacrifice also involves letting go of comfort. The human mind seeks comfort. It seeks ease. It looks for shortcuts and ways to avoid discomfort. But comfort is the enemy of progress. You cannot grow and succeed if you are content with the status quo, if you are unwilling to endure discomfort and face the challenges that come with pursuing greatness. Success requires that you step outside of your comfort zone, that you push through the discomfort, the fear, and the uncertainty. Every time you do that, you are sacrificing your current sense of ease for the long-term rewards of growth and achievement. It's also essential to recognize that success requires sacrifice in relationships. As you strive for greatness, there will be people in your life who cannot understand your drive or your commitment. They may question your choices, criticize your efforts, or even resent you for not being as available to them as you once were. The more you dedicate yourself to your goals, the more you'll find that you need to distance yourself from distractions, from toxic influences, and from those who are content with mediocrity. Sacrificing relationships is not about abandoning people, but rather about recognizing that your vision, your journey, and your future require your undivided attention. Sometimes you must let go of the past to make room for the future. But perhaps the most difficult sacrifice of all is the sacrifice of self-doubt. Every single person who has ever achieved anything worthwhile has faced the internal battle of wondering if they are good enough, wondering if their sacrifices will pay off, wondering if the pain will ever end. Sacrificing your self-doubt means you must refuse to let fear dictate your future. You must push through the moments of uncertainty and believe in your potential, even when the road ahead looks unclear. You must sacrifice the part of yourself that is afraid to fail and replace it with the part of yourself that is determined to succeed no matter the cost. You see, sacrifice is the ultimate test of your commitment to success. It's the foundation of every achievement. If you're not willing to sacrifice, then you're not truly committed to your goals. Sacrifice is the price you pay to unlock your potential, to break through the barriers that hold you back, and to reach the heights that others can only dream of. It is the difference between those who settle for mediocrity and those who rise to greatness. So ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you prepared to give up to see your dreams come true? Because only through sacrifice will you ever realize the power that lies within you. Tough love is the foundation of real growth and progress. We live in a world that often coddles and comforts, offering us quick fixes and temporary relief. But the reality is that lasting success and true transformation don't come from avoiding discomfort, they come from facing it head on. Tough love is the truth we don't want to hear but need to understand if we want to achieve greatness. It's not about being harsh or cruel, it's about being honest, direct, and unwavering in our commitment to what matters most. It's the unvarnished truth that propels us forward when everything inside us wants to settle for less. The first thing we must understand is that growth is uncomfortable. No one who has ever achieved anything worthwhile did so without encountering difficulty. You see, the comfort zone is the enemy of progress. It's in the safe, predictable, and familiar places where we stagnate. In the pursuit of success, you have to push yourself beyond what feels good. You have to be willing to step into discomfort, to face your fears, and to do the things that challenge you. And here's the key: the more you embrace tough love, the more you lean into discomfort, the more you grow. It's a paradox that many people fail to grasp. We often seek comfort, but it's the struggle, the tough moments, and the harsh realities that make us stronger. Tough love is not about enabling mediocrity. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about holding yourself to a higher standard, one that pushes you past your limitations and forces you to do better. Mediocrity is what happens when you let yourself off the hook, when you allow excuses to slip in and take root. It's the easy way out, the path of least resistance. But when you embrace tough love, you stop letting yourself off the hook. You stop finding excuses for why you're not achieving your goals. Instead, you face the truth. You stop being nice to yourself at the expense of your future. You push harder, work longer, and demand excellence in everything you do. You hold yourself accountable in a way that others won't. And that's where the magic happens. The toughest part about tough love is that it requires a high degree of self-awareness. It's about being honest with yourself, looking in the mirror and saying, what am I doing wrong? What am I avoiding? Where do I need to improve? It's about acknowledging your weaknesses, your flaws, and your mistakes. Many people are afraid to confront these things, but it's the only way forward. If you're not willing to face the truth about where you're falling short, then you're not serious about growth. The road to success requires ruthless self-honesty and a willingness to make corrections as needed. No one can do that for you. You have to be willing to hear the truth, even when it stings, and take action on it. That's tough love in its purest form. Tough love is also about pushing through failure. In our society, we're taught to fear failure. We're told to avoid it, to protect ourselves from it. But the reality is, failure is a teacher. It's in our failures that we learn the most about who we are and what we're capable of. Every time you fail, you get one step closer to success, because failure teaches you what doesn't work. It helps you refine your approach, sharpen your skills, and become better prepared for the next attempt. Those who can't handle failure will never reach their full potential, because they give up at the first sign of defeat. But those who embrace tough love understand that failure is simply a part of the journey. It's not a stop sign, it's a signal to keep moving forward, stronger and smarter than before. Finally, tough love is about consistency. There's no shortcut to success. No one ever achieved greatness by doing something once in a while or when they felt like it. Consistency is the key to long-term progress, and it's something that only comes through discipline and commitment. You can't expect to be successful if you only show up when it's convenient or when you're feeling motivated. You have to be willing to do the work day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. Success is built on consistency, and consistency is built on the foundation of tough love. You keep pushing, even when it's hard. You keep showing up, even when you'd rather take a break. You keep moving forward, even when you don't see immediate results. And that, my friends, is where true progress begins. Tough love is not a form of punishment, it's a powerful tool for growth. It's the tough decisions, the relentless pursuit of excellence, the willingness to confront discomfort head on, and the courage to keep going when everyone else would stop. It's the secret to pushing beyond your limits, to breaking free from mediocrity, and to achieving the success that so many only dream of. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're capable of more. You already know it deep down. But you also know that it's going to take more than just words, more than just motivation. It's going to take tough love. So get ready to embrace it. Because that's where the real progress happens. Hard choices define the trajectory of your life. These are the moments that test your mettle, that push you to make decisions that aren't always comfortable or easy, but are ultimately necessary for your growth. People often look at successful individuals and think it must have been easier for them. They assume that these individuals simply had a natural path laid out with clear and simple choices. But that's far from the truth. Success is the product of relentless decision-making, each one harder than the last. Every single step forward is the result of a choice to sacrifice, a choice to let go of something or someone, a choice to prioritize long-term gains over short-term pleasure. In life, you're going to face crossroads, and at each one, you will be confronted with options that require you to go beyond what's comfortable, beyond what's familiar. The easy road will always be there, pulling at you, offering the illusion of comfort and security. But the easy road is a trap, a path that leads nowhere. It promises you safety, but it denies you growth. It will leave you stagnant, satisfied with mediocrity, never realizing the heights you could have reached. The hard choice, on the other hand, forces you to step into discomfort, to face the unknown. It demands that you trust in yourself, even when the outcome is uncertain. These hard choices aren't just about making sacrifices, they're about evolving into the person you were meant to be. Every choice you make shapes the individual you are becoming. When you choose to leave behind the things that no longer serve you, you free up space for something greater. The relationships that drain you, the habits that hold you back, the comfort zones that keep you stagnant, all of these must be confronted and cast aside if you are to become who you are truly meant to be. And let me tell you, this is where many people falter. They cling to the past, to the familiar, to the comfort of what they know, and in doing so, they never move forward. They stay trapped in the cycle of fear and self-doubt, unable to embrace the change that is essential for their growth. The hard choices are the ones that demand the most from you, but they also give you the most in return. Think about it, the people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who were handed things on a silver platter. They're the ones who made decisions that cost them something: time, energy, relationships, security. They made choices that challenged them to dig deeper, to fight harder, to push past their limits. And in doing so, they created a life that most people can only dream of. The road to success is lined with sacrifices, with moments where you will question everything, but it's in those moments that your character is forged. The strength to persevere through the tough times comes not from avoiding difficult decisions, but from facing them head on. When you look at your life, ask yourself, what hard choices am I avoiding? What decision am I putting off because it feels too difficult, too risky, too painful? Understand that by avoiding these choices, you are denying yourself the growth that comes with them. Hard choices force you to confront your fears, to stand in your power, and to become the person who is capable of achieving your dreams. It's not about what you do when everything is easy, it's about what you do when it's hard, when the stakes are high, and when the outcome is uncertain. That is when your true potential is tested. We all want the rewards without the struggle, but the rewards without the struggle are hollow. The true value of success is in the journey, in the struggle, in the hard choices that you make along the way. Those choices shape your destiny. They separate the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the achievers. It's the hard choices that make all the difference in the world. It's the hard choices that define who you become and the legacy you leave behind. Success is not an accident, nor is it a stroke of luck. It's the result of making decisions that others won't make, of enduring hardships that others won't endure, and of sacrificing what others are unwilling to sacrifice. The road to greatness isn't paved with ease and comfort, it's forged through the fires of adversity and tough decisions. So as you move forward in your life, remember that it's not the easy choices that will bring you fulfillment, but the difficult ones. Embrace those moments when the path ahead seems daunting. Lean into discomfort, because in that discomfort lies the growth you seek. Your potential is waiting on the other side of every tough choice. Choose wisely, choose boldly, and never shy away from the responsibility of crafting a life that's truly worth living.